Hello everyone, welcome to the CADAC training for arts organization. So today we will be having an introduction to CADAC. So it's one part of the two types of training sessions that we offer. So in the introduction to CADAC, we see how to access and navigate CADAC for the first time, and also an overview of CADAC support resources. In the other training sessions that we offer, it's the Experience Accelerator, and in this one we see how to start, submit and revise financial and statistical forms, but also an overview of the reconciliation process. So there's several training resources available on CADAC.ca. You are able to find user guides, support documents, frequently asked questions, but also training videos. So I just want to show really quick on the website where you can find the training and the resources on the new CADAC. So when you are on CADAC.ca, when you are on the main homepage, if you click on training and then training for organizations, there you have access to documents and training videos as well. So this is a great place to go if you have some questions just about the overall working of CADAC, and questions about your financial or statistical forms. You will find information in this part of CADAC. Today in the video we are going to be seeing how to manage an organization account. So that's how do we edit, for example, a personal profile, an organization profile, but also user management. We will also take a quick look at financial forms and statistical forms. Again, we see those two forms more deeply in the Experience Accelerator training. And then finally, in this video, we will have a quick summary of the changes and improvements to the new CADAC. So this training presentation has been made by Context Research Group, which is a Canadian-based research and consulting firm leveraging technology and novel research methods to support our clients' organizational goals. So we've been working with CADAC to work on those training sessions. So just two considerations to keep in mind. First, this is a multi-user experience. So the purpose of this session is to demonstrate the features available in the CADAC platform. However, it is not job-specific training. So there's some features that you might see that might not directly apply to your potential use. However, we do encourage you to remain engaged with the session and just understand all of the demonstrated features. By that, we mean that some of the features are only available for a supervisor in CADAC and some only for users. So it's just for your information. And the second thing is that this is a work in progress. So just note that the platform is currently a work in progress version. So meaning that we are continuously improving it, and just many new features will be implemented in future versions, but we welcome your feedback as just part of this continual development process. So first, we can look at user registration. So the key features is how to receive the invitation email, redeem the invitation, complete user registration, review the terms of reference, and the login page. So when you receive the invitation email, this is what it will be looking like. So you click on the registration link that you get into this email. And once you click on this registration link, it will automatically show you this page with the invitation code being directly into the field. Once this is done, you can click on register. Once you click on register, you will be able to see this registration form. So it's going to be asking you for your preferred language, first name, last name, title, and also to create a password. And then you will be able to click on register. So once you click on register, you will be able to see the terms of use. You have to click on the checkbox to agree to the terms and conditions, and then once this is done, you can click on continue. Now you have successfully redeemed your CADAC invitation, so you will be seeing the CADAC main page, and you know that you are logged on because your name will appear on the top right corner. also when you are on the homepage and let's say you have signed out and you are trying to sign in again, when you go on CADAC.ca, what you would do is click on sign in on the top right corner. And then with the sign-in page, it's going to ask you for your email and your password. And just as a note, if you have forgotten your password, you can click on forgot your password. Just if you try to put your password and you can't remember what it is, just as a note that after 5 times, it's going to lock you out of your account if you still haven't found your password. So before you get to the 5th try, just click on forgot your password and it's going to let you just recreate a new password. So how to sign out. So if you wanted to sign out of your account, you would click on the drop down menu next to your name on the top right corner, and you would just click on sign out. As a note, try to not exit CADAC by closing just the browser, to ensure that the connection between your profile and the CADAC server is severed. So you should always try to sign out and then exit CADAC. So now we can look at an organization profile. So the key features is how to navigate to the edit organization page, how to enter general information, how to enter financial information, and how to enter information about the organization discipline, specializations, and practice. So let's say you want to navigate to your organizations. Once you are signed in, so you've put your email and your password and you see your name on the top right corner, you can click on organizations, and then you will be able to see all of the organizations that you are a part of. So in our example, we just have one, but you can have more than one. If you want a quick way to search the organization that you want to edit, you can click on search organization. But for us, we just have one. And so to edit the organization, you would click under actions, the drop down menu, and then click on edit organization. So now you can enter general information. So if you are new to CADAC, the fields are going to be blank, and so it will be for you to enter all of the information, for example, the address, the unit type, unit number, city, province, postal code. However, if you are an existing organization, just confirm that your information has been transferred correctly and make some updates if needed. So now we can enter financial information. So again, if you are a brand new organization and this is your first time using CADAC, the form sections will be blank. However, if you are an existing organization, just confirm that your information has been transferred correctly and make some updates if needed. So the next thing you can do is enter discipline, specialization, and practice. So when you choose organization discipline, you can pick one. If you have more than one, you can pick multidisciplinary. As far as specializations and fields of practice, you are able to add as many as apply to your organization. And then this is a completed organization profile. So you can see your CADAC ID. And again, if you are brand new to CADAC, an organization ID will be generated to confirm your profile is complete. But if you already had a CADAC account, just make sure again that the information has been transferred correctly and the CADAC ID, for example, is still the same as the one you had before. So just double check that just information has been transferred correctly. So now we can look at user management. So the key features are an overview of the roles and the permissions in the new CADAC, but also how to view, modify existing user accounts, as well as add a new user account and deactivate a user account. So what used to be an organization supervisor or an organization main contact is now an organization supervisor. And what used to be organization submitter, editor, or viewer is now an organization user. And we have a new role, which is an organization contractor. Again, if you go on CADAC.ca and you click on training, then training for organizations, you are able to see documents and resources that can explain in more details what those new roles are. But an organization user, for example, so what can they do? They are able to edit and submit financial and statistical data, but also edit organization profile information, communicate with agencies, users, and CADAC analysts, but also upload and manage financial statements, as well as generate reports. Now, an organization contractor. So this role is provided when an organization hires a third-party contractor outside of their organization, so to assume an administrative role in CADAC. So they have the same privilege as an organization user, however, they just cannot edit the organization profile information. Also, a contractor can work for multiple organizations in CADAC. Now, an organization supervisor, they are able to do everything that a user can do. However, they are also able to invite new users and manage existing users. They are also able to consent to or opt out of sharing data. And so what that means is a supervisor is able to add users to an account, but they are also able to delete users from an account, which is something a user cannot do. And as a note, if you are the only person in your organization that work in CADAC, just make sure you are the supervisor. If you have a team, it will be up to you to decide who is the supervisor in that team. But again, if you are the only person working in CADAC, make sure you are the supervisor. So now we can look at how to view and modify existing user account. So if you want to be doing this, you would go back again on organizations. Once you click on organization, you are able to see again the organization that you would want to modify. So you pick which one. For us, it's called Thinking with Portals. But again, just pick the one that you would want to edit. And then just like last time, we were in Edit Organizations. When you go under Actions, the drop-down menu. However, this time we will be clicking on View Users. Once you click on View Users, you are able to see all of the users who have access to your account. So once you have done that, you can edit someone's role, for example, but you can also revoke access if you are a supervisor. And once you have updated what you want for example, that one user, then you can click on Update to save your changes. Now, how do you add a new user account? So again, when you go under Organizations and you pick the one that you want to modify, if you go under Actions, the drop-down menu, you are able to pick and choose Invite User. So once you click there, you can enter the email address of the user you are inviting. And then you also choose the organization role and then click on Submit. If it's a new user, you type in an email address of the user to invite, and then you click on Send Invitation. Once you have done that, a pop-up window will appear, and then you click on OK to send the email invitation. You will then be redirected to My Organizations page, and then you have a notification that will state that the invitation has been sent. So also, if the person that you are trying to add he already has an account in CADAC, you will be able to see it because a notification will pop up at the top window. And if this is, you are aware of this and this is okay, then you can just click on Add User, and then that person will receive a notification that they have been linked to a new organization when they log into CADAC. So how do you deactivate a user account? So that's something for supervisors only. So that means only supervisors are able to do this. So again, when you are on the organizations page and you click the drop-down menu under Actions, and then you would click on View Users, that's where you would be able to edit a user's information or revoke the access. So when you click on Revoke Access, a confirmation pop-up box will appear, and then you would click on OK to revoke the user's access to the organization. So now we can take a look at financial forms. It will be, again, a pretty short look because we will see those two forms in the Experience Accelerator in much more detail. But just as information, based on user feedback and thorough analysis, we have made some improvements and clarification in the financial form. So some lines have been added while others have been removed. Again, you can find some information on what has been done and what changes has been done if you go under CADAC.ca and you click on training for organization. Then you will be able to see all the training documents. So how do you access the financial forms? If you go on organization, just as usual, and you go in action drop down menu, this time you click on financial and statistical forms, so the last one of the list. Once you click there, you are able to see the financial form on one side and then the statistical on the other side. So the forms are shown ordered by year. The status column indicates what stage of the reconciliation process the form is currently in, so you can create a new one. So for a new year, you create a new form. You can also edit one, so you have started entering data, but you are not done with it, so you just save it and it becomes a draft. And then you can also view a form, so you will only be seeing it in lecture mode only, meaning you cannot edit anything in the document, you can just see it. So status of financial forms, you have quite a bit of them. So again, that's a new document that you just started for a new year. A draft, so it's a form that you have started putting data in and you're not done, so you just save it and it turns into a draft. Submitted, so an organization has submitted the financial form for review, so you were done with your draft, it was ready to go, you clicked on submit, so the form becomes now in the submitted status. Once CADAC begins a review of the financial form, where at this point you cannot edit your form, it becomes under review. And then if CADAC or the funding agencies have left notes for your organization to review and revise the form, it's now your turn to go back in the form and provide feedback for the funding agencies. Then that form turns into the revised status. And once you have done all of the revision and addressed all of the feedback, you can now submit again the form for review, so it turns into the resubmitted status. And then once the financial form is approved and locked, it now becomes locked and no further edits can be made to the form. So now we can look at statistical forms. So they work pretty similarly to in the way you access them to financial form. There is just some differences. And again, we see this a lot more deeply in the Experience Accelerator. So again, you have 3 things that you can do, which is create a new one, edit a current draft, or view in lecture mode only one of the form. So status, you only have 3 for the financial form, so it can be a new one. Again, you start for a new year. It can be a draft, so you've started entering data and you save it, but you are not ready to submit, so it's a draft. And then once you are done with your draft and you've put all of the data you want, you are now able to submit the statistical for review, so then the status becomes submitted. So now we can look at the summary of changes and improvements. So the new CADAC is supposed to have a new look and feel, so it's an easier navigation with a simpler design. You are now able to log in using emails, so one user, one email, and you have new terms of use. You also have the ability to keep multiple versions of financial statements, as well as communicate via notifications. So this is, for example, notes during reconciliation. Again, those are things we see in the Experience Accelerator. And then finally, you can also have some minor changes made to the financial form. You can also complete the statistical form using Excel. So now you can export and re-import an Excel file. And finally, the CADAC rules have been revised for organization. And again, to emphasize it, we do have 2 types of training sessions. This one is the introduction to CADAC, but we also have the Experience Accelerator, where we see the statistical and financial form in a much more detailed way. Again, you have training resources available on CADAC.ca, so you have user guides, support documents, frequently asked questions, and training video. So if you go on CADAC.ca and you click on training, then training for organizations, this is where you could see. Now, if you do require help with your CADAC account and the training and resources are not able to answer your questions, you are able to click on Need Help on CADAC.ca, and then if you click on Contact Us, you will be able to contact CADAC and just let them know what issue you are running into, and they will be able to help you. So I just want to show really quick on the website, if you need help, where would you go? So once you go on CADAC.ca and you are on the main page, if you click on Need Help on the top button, you can scroll down and then you would see the Contact Us. So there you can message them with whatever issue you are running into, and the CADAC support team will be able to help you. So we want to thank you for taking part in the session. Again, if your organization would like additional support, CRG is available to consult with you to develop a tailored training plan to suit your needs. So if you need our help to look at the new CADAC, we're more than happy to help.